What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be finally, for once, over like a month now, it's been waiting, and now finally I'm here. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over every single little tiny little update to every single last one of my vehicles. And at the end of the video, I'm going to have a little bit of a surprise for all of you, in a way. So yeah, with all that said, let's go ahead and just jump straight into the video. There it is, it's on the ground. Get ready for intercept. It's coming right at us, multiple vortices. Deploy! It's here! Trees are snapping, it's here! Hang on! We're in it! We're inside the tornado! Hold on! So, as you can see, we have most of my vehicles in front of me. And they are... or have received quite a few updates since you guys have last seen them. And I'm going to go over those, essentially. I'm going to let you guys know what's different and just, you know, what's happened. Because it has been, like, a whole probably 2 months since my last STORMWORKS video. It's been forever. And it's been like 2 weeks since my last video in general. Whoops. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an update on what has been happening, and now that everything is basically done, now I can finally get back to what I have been wanting to do for a long time, and that is keep making videos for you guys. So yeah, this should be pretty good. So I'm going to be telling you guys everything that's changed from the TIVs to the Titus to the Dominators to the Dials, and, well, the surprise at the end. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. So, we will start off with the TIV family, and I guess we'll start off with the TIV 1. So, as you can see, not much has really changed on the outside. I don't think anything's changed on the outside, actually. Aside from maybe the license plate, I put that in a little while ago, but it was a while ago enough to where I can't quite remember. Also, if I sound like absolute crap, it's because I'm sick, and I absolutely despise being sick. Anyways, so yeah, on the outside, there's not much difference, really. One thing that is worth noting, even though I'm pretty sure this has been here for a while, the turret is now different, as it now matches its brother's turret. They are now identical turrets. I don't know, I think these turret designs are pretty good, but for TIV 1, this turret is a little bit weird. Totally won't be redoing the TIV 1 anytime soon, or anything like that. Anyways, so yeah, and even on the inside, like, hardly anything has changed. All the vehicles have gotten a interior redesign, like, not redesign, but like repaint. So everything from the TIVs, Titus, Dominators, and Dows, they now all have colored interiors. That was done quite a while ago, but yeah. Everything button related in the TIV is still like the exact same. Still got your hood, you still got your rear hatch, starter, and everything else. So yeah, but one thing that is worth noting is if you listen while it deploys, there are now actual deployment sounds, and no, that was not edited in. Those are actual sounds that the vehicle makes. So yeah, I really like those vehicle sounds. It's really, really cool. So yeah, that is a really cool feature. That's like probably the big update about TIV 1. So yeah, audio, yay! Now it actually has deployment sounds. So the TIV 1 hasn't seen very many large changes. But yeah. Aside from that, TIV 1's basically the same. Moving on to the TIV 2, it has seen quite a few changes. Can't imagine what those changes would be. Can't imagine what they would be. Anyways, alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and, well, see what's changed. So, number one, as you might be able to tell, the front bumper is now a different shape and now has a whole bunch of really cool decorations all over it. I'm really proud of how this bumper came out. It looks really good. The side skirts are now longer than they used to be, and I made sure there's no miscoloration in these letters anymore, as there was before, for whatever silly reason. Pretty sure it's a sponsorship for the TIV 2. So yeah, put that on there. I wish I could have made it more detailed, but I gave it my best shot. Next thing you might notice when we're over here near the rear is it now has a dually setup, which makes this TIV 2 look even better. Because STORMWORKS added dualies, which is really nice. Before, this was just a one-wheel setup. The wheels were just right there. But now there's two wheels. The TIV 1 also got the same treatment, by the way. So that's everything exterior related. If we come on in here to the inside, it's still kind of just the same thing, really. The back has changed a little bit. In fact, this seat is not actually where it's supposed to be. It was actually originally a lot further forward on the vehicle, but I moved it back here. And the turret also was moved back to make it more realistic, because the turret was never in the middle of the freaking vehicle. It's more towards the rear. So yes, I made that a little bit more accurate. Aside from that, the interior hasn't really changed. That's like it. However, what I did add is roof hatches. So now you can pop out of these hatches, one shorter than the other, as it's supposed to be. So you can go ahead and just pop out of these. And yeah, it's pretty cool. That's why the turret and seat had to be moved backwards. So yeah, there we go. Anyways, so yeah, in here didn't really change much. It's really just the same as it always has been. However, what is not the same is the deployment. Let's go ahead and show you guys that. Very nice, very nice. So we now have brand new deployment sounds, and I've switched a couple of the deployment panels around to make it more realistic to the real life TIV 2. And if we come over here into the control panels, as you can see, space is for the ambers. Oh. Yeah, I really like that design. So yeah, the TIV 2 now has the flashers on the front bumper, just like it does in real life. So yeah, overall, I'm really proud of how TIV 2 came out. It's definitely probably my second favorite vehicle I've ever made. But yeah, those are all the updates to the TIVs. I'm not so sure why the heck the TIV 2 is pushed back so far. That's weird. Just kind of sliding. But anyways, so yeah, there's both of the TIVs updated. Let's move on to the next vehicles. Alright, and moving on to the next vehicles, well, I guess just vehicle and building, how you say? Whatever, object. Yeah, so moving on to the next ones, we have the Titus, the glorious Titus, and this brand new Storm Drain. I say brand new as in, like, kind of new. This has been out for, like, a month or two now. This Storm Drain has been on Workshop for a while, and I just now actually finally am able to make a video about it because STORMWORKS for once did not decide to kill itself. So yeah, we have this glorious Storm Drain, which Chase had wanted me to make this, and a bunch of other people wanted me to make it because I made my own Titus. And I feel really bad for Chase because he had his own Storm Drain on the Workshop too, but I notice it's not there anymore, and I feel like it's because he feels his isn't good enough, even though it is, I feel. So I do feel a little bad about that. So, sorry, Chase. But anyways, so we do have over here, obviously we have the grate, which was kind of hard to make, but nevertheless it does work. I forget where I put the button. There it is. so we could break the bars if we want to. I'm still working on that a little bit. But if we come over here to the top of the storm drain, we have these little roadblock signs, which Chase was kind enough to add for me, and also this little like dip here in the ground, which he also added for me. And then over here in the rear, we have we have the well, the back of the storm drain, with a semi truck smashed through it. Now Chase, for his storm drain, he just went on a workshop, grabbed a semi truck, and shoved it into the back of his storm drain to look as if it bursted through. In my storm drain's case, I ended up taking my Dow 3 and smashing it through the back of the storm drain and colored it red. So there is nothing on this build that is not mine, which I am very proud of. So if we come in here into the drain itself, as you can see, we have a whole bunch of blocks kind of like splattered all around here because the truck smashed into here. These arrows here are just to let you know there are ropes here for Titus purposes. But yeah, nothing too much. So yeah, that's pretty cool. This is the winch controls for the truck in case you want to hook it up. So yeah, that's the storm drain for you. Moving on to the next thing, we have the Titus, which hasn't changed like at all. There's like one different thing on the Titus, and that's like it. Yeah, that's like about it. The Titus like barely changed. The wheels are black, although I'm pretty sure that's already been shown before. Aside from that, that's like all that's changed. Oh, I guess this has changed. So if we come up here to the roof, I'm going to make 3 separate little key switches. At least I was going to, but then later figuring out that I can't really do that because of the angle piece that is currently on the roof of the Titus. Also, for those of whom who want the rear cameras in the front, that's not very easy of a task. So sorry about that. But if we go ahead and deploy the Titus, you'll actually notice it has the worst sound deployment known to mankind. That's like it that's changed on the Titus. So yeah, not much, but you know, something changed at least. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next vehicles. Alright, and now we have the Dominator family. We have Dominator 1, 2, and 3. So I'm only going to go over these front 3 here because I am not going to review every single last freaking variant I've made for all these vehicles, because that'd probably take an hour, even though it probably wouldn't. Anyways, so we have the main 3 here. This is the, you know, kind of like original Dom 1, you know, so then we have the 2024 Dom 3, and we have like the, again, like kind of more main, like what people would think of when we say Dominator 2. This is typically the year that we think of, which is 2012. So yeah, we have all of these up in front. And then every single vehicle behind all of these Dominators is their other models. We have 2024 Dom 3, early 2013 Dom 3, and then 2013 Dom 3. We have 2012 Dom 2, 2011, 2013, 2014. And of the Dom 1s, we have the like 2010-ish era. And then we have like the 2013, 14, 2024, and of course I forgot to add one of them. You get your stupid butt over here. Oh my goodness, I gotta move them. I'm not moving them all. I'm just move. And then finally we have 2009, which was the first iteration of Dom 1. I forgot I had to add that. But alright, so I hope you guys kind of get it. Like, the Dominators are the exact same as these 3 main ones here. They're just different like colors and have a couple different features, different shapes and stuff like that. That's like it. Otherwise, if you see these 3 and you know how to work these, you'll know how to work those. It's like really simple. Now my game is super laggy right now, so it'll be hard to show you guys everything. But let's start with Dom 1. Again, has seen like no changes ever since you guys last saw it. The end. this is like it. So the only thing that has changed is this. Yay, Dom 1 now has deployment sounds. I am still very happy that I added those. So yeah, Dom 1 now has deployment sounds, and well, you guessed it, Dom 2 also has deployment sounds. Let's go ahead and get in here. Again, that's like the only thing that ever changed on the Dom 2. There's like nothing else different. The spikes, however, did change, I guess, so that is something. So the spikes on the Dominator 2 are no longer like a bajillion in the front. It's now literally one singular spike. And he's heading all the way in there. You can see the little track. Where's the deploy key? Oh, come on. Oh, there. You can see him right there. So yeah, those do have noises now, which I am also really happy about. So yeah, Dom 2 hasn't seen any major updates aside from different spikes and new noises, so that's really cool. Moving on to the Dominator 3, arguably definitely my favorite one, and I will always love this one forever. But yeah, nothing really changed on the Dom 3 either. It's like still the exact same as when you guys last saw it. Except for the deployment sounds. Did not deploy it flush. There we go. And then we just go ahead and deploy the spikes, which you can actually see deploy. I'm trying to get a good angle here. So that's pretty cool, I think. Let's go ahead and where are they at? There they are. But yeah, aside from that, these vehicles haven't really changed too drastically, so yeah, I still love these things. I'm actually glad that I updated them. But yeah, that's basically all that's changed. So with all that said, let's move on to the DAOs. Alright, now we have moved on to the DAOs. And, well, they haven't really seen any major changes either since you guys last saw them, but I will go over them. So main change number 1 to the DAO 3. It now has dualies. Yes, very nice. And then we also have the recolored interior. But alright, aside from that, like nothing else has changed inside the DAO 3. Aside from it literally having dualies, that's like it. Okay, bye. Just kidding. But aside from that, that's like seriously like all that's changed. I guess the radar dish will be angled soon. It's not right now because I freaking forgot to make it angled, but it will be angled. So yeah, that's like it that's changed on DAO 3. Moving on. So we have the DAO 6 here, which also hasn't really seen any major changes except for the soon-to-be angled turret. Wow, the angled radar. And that's like it. Okay, bye. It also has dualies, and now that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do believe that this is new. Where's my... This? There it is. Okay. We do have wind, temp, and fog. As you can see, one is in Celsius and one is in Fahrenheit. However, in the DAO 3, it is only just Fahrenheit. Whoops. There we go. So to kind of make the DAO 6 a little bit more advanced, I guess. That's about it. So yeah, that's like everything that's changed on the DAOs. Yeah, not very much really changed. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically it. Alright, and this is something I've been working on for a long time, and I'm so happy to announce it. You can probably hear it in the background. But yes, this is it. This is it now. This has now been implemented in every single last one of my vehicles. Tivs, Titus, Dows, Dominators. Every single vehicle I make, this is going to be in it. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to announce this. This is the release of my brand new company, technically, in STORMWORKS. This is the release of my brand new company called Lightning Motors, and I'm super happy to announce it. I'm just blown away. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what Lightning Motors is. Okay, so as you can see, there is vehicles here and a couple of other things back there, but this is what Lightning Motors makes. This is my car company in STORMWORKS, or motors company. I make stuff. So yeah, this is the vehicles that we have came up with from scratch. No based off of real life vehicles. This is vehicles that Lightning Motors have came up with from scratch. So yeah, these are all that we have currently, but I still absolutely love them. We have a couple other vehicles. I have a couple other vehicles in the works. I say we, it's literally just me. So Agent, as you guys know, he has Nucleon Industries, which he builds a whole bunch of amazing stuff. So I decided, whenever I make a whole bunch of cool stuff, instead of just posting it up there and just saying, oh yeah, it's just this, I want it to be a part of a big brand, you know, I guess. So yeah, I made Lightning Motors a real company, quote company. So yeah, I'm really happy to announce this, so let's just go ahead and get straight into it. So this is called the Lightning Motors Mark 0. This is just like the original test for Lightning Motors. This is literally the beta vehicle. It runs off of just electric motors and nothing else. Batteries, electric motors, the end. However, as you can see, we have Lightning Motors logo right here, and we have the Nucleon Industries logo right here, which I'll get to in a second. So these three vehicles were made by Lightning Motors with a very, very slight collab with Nucleon Industries. So thank you very much, Agent, for helping me do this. I would never have been able to do this without your help. So as you can see, this is probably the only time you'll see Nucleon Industries and Lightning Motors working together on a specific vehicle, but that's not to say we won't work on other vehicles together at some point in the future. So yeah, as you can see, we have three vehicles. We have the Mark 0, the Lightning Motors Mark 1, and the Lightning Motors Mark 2, which is arguably probably my favorite one. So this is like the prototype, this is the first launch of it, and this is like the oh boy. So yeah, as you can see, they are all running. These are super, super reliable. And I'll show you why. This is the V16 motor made by Lightning Motors. The V16 is a massive, this is it. This is what's inside both Mark 1 and 2. This is a massive 16-cylinder motor, and it, oh my gosh, this is just like a holy crap motor. So I made this motor entirely on my own. However, I could never figure out the cooling system for this one. So Agent helps me plumb up a whole big cooling system for it, and now this thing never overheats. This is like my most reliable vehicle I ever made. So yeah, that's why it's a Nucleon Industries and Lightning Motors collab for this project only, because he helped me make the radiators for this thing. So yeah, I don't know, this is gonna go on forever. I don't want it to go on forever, but point is yeah, I have made my own vehicles and I'm super proud of them. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just kind of stoked that I was able to do this. So yeah, we have this, which is the V16, like I was saying. This is the largest motor that Lightning Motors produces, and then we also have some transmissions here and a whole bunch of other engines. So we'll start off with the engines. So we have the V16, largest engine, most power, but it takes up the most amount of space. So maybe if you have a smaller car, you won't want that. these take up a lot of space in your car. And then we have the flat 8s from Lightning Motors. All these motors are completely designed by me. This is the only one Agent helped me on. So these have been tested and do work. They're still going to go through just a little bit further testing if I ever want to post them to the workshop. So let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see them on the workshop, and I'll allow you guys to use these for your builds. Just make sure you guys, you know, add credits for this because this took a long time to make. So anyways, we have the flat 8 here, but even if that's too big, well, then we can move down to the flat 6, which is a 6-cylinder. And if that's still too big, here's the cancel it, cancel it, cancel it. No, 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 I'm gonna die. We'll be fine. But if that's still too big, then you're gonna want to go with the smallest motor that Lightning Motors has to offer, which is the flat 4, the boxer engine, very common in things like Subaru and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the smallest motor that we have to offer. Moving over here, we have the inline motors, which this is just insanely massive. This is probably going to be used in like a semi or something. And then we have the inline 4, which is still pretty big, but it's probably about the same size as the V8 or the flat 8 or the flat 6. So yeah, that's basically it. And then we also have some transmissions here. We have everything up to a 4-speed, 3-speed, and a 2-speed transmission. So yeah, really happy about these. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. It has been forever, but I'm finally back, even though I'm sick. But yes, I'm super happy to announce my brand new quote unquote company. But yes, this is what the big reveal was. All the Dominators, Tivs, Titus, and Dows all have Lightning motor engines in them now, because before they had my engines, sure, but they sucked at cooling until I finally learned how to make cooling. So yeah, once I finally figured that out, now all my vehicles are reliable. All the transmissions are fixed. You no longer have to start in the highest gear and go down. Instead, you have to start in the lowest gear and go up, like you should. So yeah, with all that said, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and of course, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. This was a big announcement. This is my favorite part of the video, arguably, is right here. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.